Why are you here today?
I'm doing a book reading of On Tide, my memoir of family, fame, and floundering. And it basically addresses lots of topics I've actually made TV movies about: alcoholism, breast cancer, domestic violence. What else? Oh, I'm sure something else. And talk about my career and the different series that I've done. And the main thrust of it is to talk about how I changed my thinking, because I started out as a very sad girl. I spent a lot of my life being sad, and that took me into very destructive relationships. And because I've learned a lot and I've changed my whole thinking, that's really what the book is about.
Was it painful to write this book?
There are certainly painful aspects of it, having to go back and, the whole sense of PTSD, reliving stuff. There's sometimes I could just write about some incidents and I'm immediately awash in tears because of the feelings that it regenerates. It was also cathartic because for me, through writing, I get clarity, and I understand what I think when I try to write it down. So many times I will be addressing a topic about how I felt about something, and I go, okay, no, that's not true. What's truer than that? And I just try to distill it down so that I know that what I'm putting out there is an actual representation of how I felt and what the situation was.
What type of feedback have you heard from people reading this book?
I've had nothing but great feedback. It would probably help if I had one negative one so I could have an understanding of where I missed the mark. But I've been really blessed that all the Facebook comments have been incredibly supportive, and mainly about they talk about coming out and how that people identify with that they think it was courageous, and I do believe that is a political act. That I like the fact that if I am if you liked me from television, if you liked me from the different shows that I've done, and you thought I was okay then, and now I'm a lesbian, and well, I haven't changed, and so I'm okay now. And if you didn't know anything about anyone who was gay, that maybe that will make it easier to like gay people, because it might dispel some of the fears and misunderstandings that a lot of people have. I'm just kind of a normal person and just happen to be gay.
What was your kids' reaction when you told them
About
coming out, being gay?
They said to me very much what I think parents should say to their children if they tell them that they're gay. My kids basically said, we just want you to be happy, Mom. Okay, not a big deal.
And final question, what do you want people to get out of this book?
The main thing I would want people to understand is that, first, to be able to identify if you're in an abusive relationship, to call it what it is. Because I think we're very loath to do that. We make excuses for the abuser. We cover up for them. We lie for them all the time. We try to present a pretty picture because of the shame that we feel if we are in that kind of relationship. And I think it's important to come to terms with calling it what it is. And then if people are in that, to get out. Get out. And then from the distance of being out of that abusive relationship, to take a look at what was your part in being there. Now, this isn't about blaming the victim. It's basically about saying, what part did we have? Because we all have a part in everything. The same way, like someone will say, a child who was abused, what part did they have? That child's part is taking that story and making it their life, which is kind of what I had done. And that's what I had to go back and do and change my story.
Thank you for your time.